Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. I'm here. I'm very tired, but again, more importantly, I am here, and the Cubs are headed behind the cheddar curtain for a showdown on Saturday evening. It's probably going to be Notre Dame, about an hour for dinner, and then the Cubs versus the Brewers to see who moves on to League Championship Series. I'm very excited for that. As far as football, I kind of totally forgot about it because I was working. I was shocked by the score. I feel like this season has so many ups and downs for all of these teams to where how good are the Eagles? I don't know. They look like they're a tired bunch out there, that's for sure. You know, playing the very last game of the season, that's going to be happen. I think they'll be fine, you know, once the season kind of rolls to the end here, but kind of rolling through the middle part of your season, it might be a little bit tough. And the Giants, how good are they? You know, they won 2 weeks ago in Jackson Dart's first game, who they beat the Chargers. And I keep thinking, how good are the Chargers now? And then they lost to the Saints, and then they beat the Eagles. That's what makes football, whether it's college or the NFL, so much fun to watch. I do think, though, the Green Bay Packers are going to put together a complete game, and they're going to go past that 14-point spread. I feel like for most of Jordan Love's career, anytime the spread gets to be huge, they're more like going to win by 8, 10, something like that, but things will change. All right, class is in session. Today is Friday, October 10th, 2025, lesson number 40, and today goes out to Brett Favre. Kind of odd, he's not number 40. I'll get to that in a little bit later here. But on September 18th, 1994, Brett Favre threw his 40th touchdown of his career against the Eagles. It gave the Packers a 7-0 lead. Reggie Cobb, not Randall Cobb, this is in 94, don't forget, Reggie Cobb caught that touchdown, and the Packers were up 7-0 at that point. They did lose the game, unfortunately. Now, in 1916, Charlie Ebbets was the first owner to raise ticket prices for the World Series. He raised them by, I think, $2. They were $3, so he raised them to $5. Saw the opportunity there to gouge people a little bit, so added $2 more. I can only imagine what things go for. World Series ticket prices. I get in for free to work, but man, that's a pretty penny for those things, which does price out the everyday, the common fan, and I do feel bad about that. But a lot of families in attendance yesterday, so that is good to see. And in 1969, my favorite football player of all time, if I have one game to win, I'm taking Brett Favre. Today's Brett Favre's birthday. And it may be good, it may be bad, but I know Brett's going to hang in there all game long, and I think he'll come through. He's a Hall of Famer, 11-time Pro Bowler, 3-time MVP award winner, the all-90s quarterback, 62% completion percentage, 71,838 yards, 508 touchdown passes, 336 interceptions. You got to talk about that. I feel like that's what made Brett Favre the gunslinger he was. He wasn't scared. If he had 4 picks, was not scared to get a 5th. Now, thinking back, my all-time favorite Brett Favre game, there could be so many, but maybe one of my earlier memories was, it was almost the last game of the season. The Packers were fighting to get into the playoffs. They were facing the Falcons, his former team, at County Stadium. The last game at County Stadium the Packers would play. There was 21 seconds left. It was 3rd and 2 at about the 18-yard line, something like that. And Holmgren said, whatever you do, don't run. I think they were out of timeouts. 21 seconds left. So they needed to be able to, I think, spike the ball or clock it and then kick the field goal. Was Favre do? No one's open. He scampers into the end zone. Clock is running down, and he kind of gets tripped up around maybe the 3-yard line, kind of bumbles a little bit, stumbles into the end zone. And who's right behind him? Mark Chmura. Chmura grabs him, tackles him, throws him down to the ground. All the Packers pile on. That was fun to see. It was just fun to see. You know, it was a group that was ready to win football games, and it was fun to watch them because they were exciting and they enjoyed doing it as well. It would also be exciting to get it downtown. Let's see what we do. All right, we're back. We got a bonus pack. Brett Favre's birthday. We can see if we can get that Brett Favre rookie card today. And talking to my principal this morning, tough day for her for sure. The Eagles lost, obviously, but also the Phillies and the way they were eliminated from the playoffs. That was a tough loss right there for them. And one of those teams, man, it's Pastor Hart over here sometimes. One of those teams that they've been close for quite a few years in a row, so you kind of wonder what they're going to come back with for next year. Be interesting. I know Kyle Schwarber, I think he is a free agent for them. All right, there we go. Giants, 49ers. Man, that was always a matchup to look forward to back in the day. Anthony Miller. What do we got there? Keith Woodside. Yes, we do. Number 33. William Henderson eventually had that number. Probably my favorite, number 33 for the Packers. I'm sticking here. Is that a Rodney Peete? Yeah, we got Rodney Peete right there. Anything on the back? There's his rookie card. Eddie Brown. Backup quarterback in case they need it in Cincinnati. They just signed, Joe Flacco, so he'll be under center when the Packers come to town. They're going to be chasing him around, taking him down. Ricky Waters got a little bit of a rookie card right there. There we go. University of Notre Dame. We got to put the Irish up on the stand. Yeah, so should be watching Notre Dame and then go right into that Cubs game. Get a little something neat. Mike Johnson. Jeff Wright. Mark Duper? It is a Mark Duper right there. Come on. Ken O'Brien. I just got a few. Man, this week I've been out with Cubs and everything. So kids are bringing the mail, putting it in random spots. But Small Town Rips, I won one of their giveaways. They sent me a package, came in yesterday. I think they got a Ken O'Brien autograph. I won the Revolution products that just came out. Keith DeLong. All right, not the Brett Favre rookie card. I don't think there's one in there. With these Stadium Club, you get so many doubles in there. If I didn't get one by now, I feel like I'm not going to get one. What are you going to do? But if I get it downtown, that'll be the consolation prize of all consolation prizes. Last week was a dud box. No cards for my set either. At the very least, give me a couple cards for the set. All right, here we go. Downtown time. Give me a little bit of luck. Got some things. So hopefully the Packers win. This weekend we got some Revolution with those was it Sam's Club Revolution boxes to open. I did get a advent calendar, so we got that as well. Johnny Wilson, Keon Coleman. Still waiting for some Don Russ football to come out. Rashad White, Christian Kirk, Garrett Wilson. I don't know what to make of the Jets. Who the Jets play? I think they're overseas, I believe. It'll come to me, Cooper DeJean. I'm kind of tired with the overseas games, to be honest with you. Zach Charbonnet, Jerry Jeudy, Brian Thomas Jr. That's one of Graham's favorite players, so we'll put that up there for him. Torrey Taylor, that's like the Bears MVP right there. Got to punt that football away. He's got a big leg. Ooh, got a little J.J. McCarthy on the back. Buda Baker. What do we got here? Chain reaction of Davante Adams in that Jets jersey. Not my favorite. We go JJ on the base. I don't think he's back yet. I could be wrong. All right, here's the spot for the downtown, folks. This is where it's normally at. J.J. Watt, Jahmyr Gibbs. Got old Bell, Tyrone Tracy. I kind of like the Patriots this year. I feel like that they're playing pretty well, but the second I say that, they're probably going to disappoint. I mean, not really me, but all the Patriot fans, I guess, out there. All right, last chance of the week, folks. Justin Fields, Curtis Samuels, got a Malik Neighbors. That's a nice card, although he is out for the year. I did pull that Malik Neighbors downtown, and maybe 1 week later, I think he got injured, out for the season. So poor guy right there. So no downtown, but go Irish, go Cubs, and go Packers. Class is dismissed.